when I hear some people saying, "Shares your sword," PDP, Labour Party, let peace reign, I don't understand whether they forgot when they say, "Oh, go to court." They didn't say all of these things from the beginning. That you know what, let us work together, this and this and that. They say go to court. So why is it now that they are now in court? You are telling them to shed their sword, and this is still coming from Shettima as well, advising and encouraging the Labour Party and PDP to shed their sword because elections are over. Okay, clap for yourself. According to Vanguard, the Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima of the All Progressives Congress APC has stated that now that the presidential election that took place on February 25th, 2023 is over, it is time for stakeholders in the opposition and even those in the ruling party who are dissatisfied to share their swords and support the president-elect Bola Tinubu in building a great nation. Now, so great nation with a build, they never feel the build down. Shettima specifically urged the opposition political parties, including the People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party, to shed their swords and join the new administration of the All Progressives Congress in working for the country's glory. We are not even, people are even concentrating on Tinubu's how incompetent, how whatever, with all the baggages that he has. But hmm, but one thing is that they are forgotten that it is not really so. While speaking to journalists after his brief presentation at the Senate plenary yesterday in Abuja, Shettima described the victory of President-elect Tinubu and himself as a Nigerian ticket and vowed that the administration will work for the nation's unity, stability, and progress. Yes, if you are talking about Tinubu's baggages, they nobody's even talking about how APC has made Nigeria an unbearable a, a country, unbearable country for people to live in. Let's even leave all this the new people coming in who are parading themselves as whatever INEC said they are. Let's even leave that aside. Can you look back and say APC has done well? Because all these people, Shettima and the Tinubu himself, they praise this government. They are even going to start from where this government, and Nigerians are not smiling at all. So you can imagine such a thing. That even if you are not even thinking of a Tinubu, what about the nonsense that has happened under APC? Who in his senses will even want to go with them, go along with them? Hmm. Meanwhile, Shettima said, "Be assured that our team will work tirelessly to propel the country to new heights. We all need to get on board. This is a win for the entire country of Nigeria. In this election, there is no winner or loser. It is a victory for the Nigeria ticket, and we will not for our country's unity, stability, and we will work for our country's stability and progress. What brings us together triumphs over what divides us. It was a hard-fought election, and a winner has emerged. Now is the time to share sword and fight tirelessly for the nation's glory." As expected, this development elicited reactions on Twitter as it was shared by Vanguard on their official handle. A Twitter user identified as a G Black said, "Elections are over, post-election questions are being asked and answers are needed. What moral justification will your government have to punish fraudsters if we go by this assertion? Elections are over and post-election questions need to be addressed. This will not be swept under the carpet." I no blame you at all. Nigeria, you are a dead God, because God, through Church of Christ, show mercy and arise Nigeria from death. Amen. Shettima, a big-time terrorist, and Tinubu, the drug lord, will never be sworn in as a Nigeria president. Are you praying, or you think it's not going to be done by law? Okay. If we accept the way you want to use to enter office, Nigeria will be a place where anybody can do what he wants. Which sword Are they pursuing you with guns and matches? They have only gone to the court to challenge the scam you call the election. The election is not over. You can't cheat and expect it to be over so that you can go with the loot of people's mandates. He that takes what belongs to a child and raises his hand up, the child will not stop looking up until his hands come down and gives back what he has taken. By crooks, hope I'm making sense. Election is not yet over. According to Shettima, that election is over because INEC chairman Yakubu Mahmoud rigged the election in favor of Tinubu. And you, can you swear with your life that the election was not rigged? One journalist now. Otito, you don't swear with your life. Shettima, we can't even do that, okay? Go and tell Boko Haram you brought that Buhari regime has finished. Pay them off so they can leave our country. With your double nomination form, you and APC started your regime with lies and everything about you people we trust. You people we trust again. Okay, oh. Shettima is talking like a elder statesman. I have been wondering, this man never did talk since, because before election he was just talking off points and apologizing, talking down on people and all of that. But since the one, I've never even heard him say anything. He's been so quiet. But now he's saying that let's just move on. That's what they always say. Let's move on. Let's forget about it. Let us work together with what? In impunity. No, the shafts will be separated from from the substance. Let us move on. Like seriously, that's what they do. Huh? Thieves everywhere. That man, that's what criminal do. That is what criminal, after the evil they have done by killing people, seeking for support, come together to build a great nation. Your party plunge into indebtedness. All our earnings now goes into debt servicing. After an armed robber finished robbing, he tells his victims that the robbery was over. Let us say to this is exactly what Shettima is saying. Don't we wait for the tribunal to conclude their work? You describe the outgoing vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as a nice man that should be selling ice cream with all amounts of arrogance, the very exalted office you are aspiring to occupy, and you turn around to preach what you don't have. Please don't forget those who live in glass house don't fling stone. The same man who said good people cannot be president of Nigeria. Hey, now yes, oh, they can't be president of Nigeria. It's still so unfortunate. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.